Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have terrible luck for the next week. Scientists have estimated that there are 8.7 million animal species on Earth. Some of these are fierce and some are adorable. And others are, well, really weird. Across the globe, you'll find unique animals that exhibit truly remarkable and bizarre features and behaviors. From a spider that targets fish for food to the bald monkey, here are 10 unusual animals you will regret if you don't see them. Number 10. The bald uakari. South Americans reportedly nicknamed this poor bald monkey the Mono English, or the English monkey, in honor of the first sunburned Britons to visit their homeland. Whether, if that's another reality, the bald scarlet plate does resemble that of a holidaymaker who has fallen asleep in the sun. During the rainy season, this vulnerable species lives high in the treetops of the Amazon River basin, but retreats closer to the ground in the dry season to forage for nuts and seeds. It's most easily recognized by its red face and bald head, from which it derives its name. Some people compare them to old men and babies because of their baldness. There's really no denying this species is uniquely handsome though. The striking grimes in color are caused by blood flow beneath the skin, specifically a thinner epidermis coupled with a higher concentration of capillaries in the face. The redness of a female's face is correlated with her estrogen levels, and the redness of a male's face is indirectly related to his testosterone levels, according to a recent study. A redder face indicates a healthier monkey since their faces, like ours, grow pale when they're ill, particularly with malaria, which is rampant in their habitat. Before moving to the next number, we just want a small favor from you. Like this video and subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon and get 1 week good luck for you. Try this, it really works. Number 9. The Amazon giant fishing spider. I didn't like any words in that sentence. According to arachnophobes in the faint of heart, this is the stuff of nightmares, so you might want to proceed with caution, just saying. First, though, let's break down the name of this creature. As the name suggests, it hails from the Amazon, a place that's filled with nightmarish creatures. Next, it has the word giant in its name, and a giant it really is. Having a leg span of about 8 inches. Now is when it gets a lot more interesting and terrifying. These spiders weren't content with hunting on land, being generalist predators. They'd basically eat anything that moved. In this case, they've learned to eat fish. Hence they're called fishing spiders. These semi-aquatic spiders anchor their hind legs to a stone or a plant with their front legs resting on the surface of the water. Then the arachnids wait to ambush their prey. The slightest ripple in the water or anything that touches the spider's outstretched legs can trigger an attack. Not content with just ambushing their prey from the edge of the water, these horrors have learned how to swim. They have bristly hairs all over their body which trap air bubbles that they use to breathe underweight or while waiting for juicy morsels to swim on by. Number 8. The Proboscis monkey. Proboscis monkeys are unique because of one glaringly obvious thing: its massive nose dangling in front of its face. While it doesn't really do itself any favors for its looks based on our standards, you might be surprised to know that male Proboscis monkeys use their fleshy pendulous noses to attract mates. Scientists think these outsized organs create an echo chamber that amplifies the monkey's call, impressing females and intimidating rival males. They are endemic to the jungles of Borneo, never straying far from the island's rivers, coastal mangroves, and swamps. They are a highly arboreal species and will venture onto land only occasionally to search for food. They live in organized harem groups consisting of a dominant male, probably the one with the loudest voice, and 2 to 7 females and their offspring. Aside from their comically large noses, they are the primate world's most prolific swimmers. They can be seen frequently leaping from tree limbs and hitting the water with a comical belly flop. They've also evolved webbed feet and hands to help them outpace the crocs that are some of their main predators. Number 7. The Cockapoo. The Cockapoo is a really strange bird. It's ground-dwelling and flightless like an ostrich. It's nocturnal like an owl, but technically it's a parrot. Cockapoo is nocturnal and solitary, occupying the same home range for many years. They forage on the ground and climb high into trees, and they often leap from said trees and flap their wings, but at best manage a controlled plummet. It is the only parrot in the world that mates by licking. Males line up to put on a mating display en masse, and the females pick their favorites. Unfortunately, though, these lovebirds only breed an average of 3 times a decade when the fruit of the rimu tree is abundant, making it one of the most endangered birds. When last counted, there were only about 125 individuals left. Once found in abundance throughout New Zealand, Cockapoo started declining in range and abundance after the arrival of Maori. Adult cockapoos are vulnerable to predation by cats and stoats, and their eggs and chicks can be killed by rats. The females alone incubate eggs and raise chicks. As they must spend long periods away from the nest feeding, eggs and chicks are particularly vulnerable to predation when the nest is unattended. Number 6. The Orchid Mantis. While it doesn't actually live on orchids, the Orchid Mantis looks remarkably like a flower with body parts that resemble petals even. It lives in bushes and small trees that grow white and pink flowers. It's arguably the most beautiful insect in the world, and it uses its shape and bright flowery colors to attract food and its full potential predators. Though generally white in appearance, the insect can turn itself shades of pink and purple within a few days to resemble the orchids found in this humid habitat in Malaysia. It adapts to different conditions by detecting humidity and light and then changing colors to blend. Unsuspecting insects that mistake the mantis for a flower may land nearby, or even on top of it, allowing the pretty predator to snatch them up for a very quick meal. Flying insects such as butterflies and moths are the mantis' main source of food, but it will also eat jungle fruits occasionally. Number 5. Mexican Mole Lizard. You might confuse this creature with an extremely long earthworm, or even a strange form of those insanely cute axolotls. But it's actually the Mexican mole lizard, which ironically is neither worm nor lizard. It can grow up to 9.4 inches, about as long as a strand of really thick spaghetti, but much less appetizing. They live in abundance in southwest Baja California, but you probably won't see one since it's rarely found above the ground. The Mexican mole lizard has inspired a generation of stories and continues to do so. So much so that whenever you ask locals about where and how to find this creature, you'll always get disapproving looks. One legend says the Mexican mole lizards have a fondness for crawling up holes where they're not supposed to. And to believe that you shouldn't be pulling down your pants to answer nature's call if you're out in the wild without a proper toilet. But of course, that's not true at all, thankfully. Come to think of it, not much is actually known about the habits of this lizard, so that story might just end up being true after all. Find out for yourself if you're curious. As for me, I'm just gonna stick to my toilets. Number 4. The Watseen. The Watseen is a chicken-sized bird with a blue face and an orange mohawk-like crest, leading some people to call it the punk rock bird. However, an awesome hairdo is not the only thing that makes this bird unique, as you'll soon find out. For one, you can call it a flying cow. Okay, sorry. Stay with me, they are ruminators like cows, goats, and sheep. Watseen digests their food with the help of bacterial fermentation. Those ruminating mammals have specialized sacs in their gut called a rumen, whereas Watseen has an enlarged esophagus and crop. The Watseen is the only bird in the world that uses these 4 gut compartments instead of a stomach to digest food, and much like cows and goats, it favors plant material as its main food. And because of its food of choice, it needs a lot of bacteria in its gut to break down cellulose in the tough leaf material. These bacteria unfortunately give off a bad smell, which eventually comes out of the bird's mouth. This bad breath has given the hosts another, the less flattering nickname of the stink bird. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take me 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal: you just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribes button and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 15 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 3. The Warty frogfish. Looks more like a discarded piece of a chewing gum. The Warty frogfish, due to its coloration, is also sometimes called the clownfish. Yet despite its colorful appearance, this fish is no joke. It is a voracious carnivore and a skilled hunter that attacks any small animal that comes within its striking range. For its size, which is around 6 inches long, it has an unusually big mouth, which comes in handy given the fact that this fish is often seen gobbling up fish the same size as it. These fish are so voracious that females of this species have been known to eat their mates right after mating. I get that a vigorous bout of mating could and would make someone hungry, but come on, even to the praying mantises. Anyways, aside from being huge eaters, they're also known for their camouflaging abilities. They can actively change their colors at will in order to blend in seamlessly with the environment. They are also bioluminescent, meaning they can produce their own light, which to some extent aids them to blend in much better with the background. Number 2. The Honduran White Bat. The Honduran White Bat is also known as the Caribbean white tent-making bed, and is a species of bat that is found in Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and western parts of Panama. It gets its tent-making name from the fact this variety of bat builds is tents that a plant leaves that it first cuts carefully with its teeth. These bats rose in the tents during daylight. It is unique to all bats in that it has a distinctive completely white fur, which occurs in only 3 of well over 1,300 species of bat. They also have a yellow leaf-shaped nose and ears and a black membrane on their wings. The bat, though, is currently listed by the IUCN, is near threatened, and it meets this criterion simply because the population of this flying creature is in a significant decline. Habitat loss for the Honduran white bat in the form of conversion to farmland and an expanding human population are the main threats to this white bat species, as it feeds primarily on one species of figure. Habitat loss will impact the population numbers greatly, and it's possible we may see this one disappear sadly. Number 1. Shoebill. No shock here, the shoebill stork has, well, a bill shaped like a shoe. Also of note about this amazing animal? Shoebills are abnormally tall, with some individuals reaching heights of over 4 feet. And, unlike many other birds who inhabit similar marsh environments, shoebills are highly effective predators. Their long legs are perfect for traversing shallow waters, where they prey on reptiles, rodents, and fish. They are even known to strike against juvenile crocodiles. Shoebills use their powerful beaks to grasp and strangle just about anything they encounter, but don't worry, they don't prey on humans. Find one in East Africa where their habitat is concentrated. Which unique animal intrigued you the most? Let us know in the comments section down below. Want to watch more videos about amazing animals? Click on any of the videos you see.